visiting my video on soil contamination in the Indianapolis area. My name is Sabrina Pritchard, and I am a student at IUPUI who is currently enrolled in an environmental geology class. Through the class, I was granted the opportunity to partner with Keeping Indianapolis Beautiful, or KIB. I was able to dive further into the issues associated with illegal dumping and how we, as residents, can remediate and prevent any further damages to our environment. Sustainability seems to be the new fad in society today. The environmental health of Indianapolis and the surrounding areas does not seem to be improving, and soil contamination is still an essential threat to the general health of Indianapolis residents. Making Indianapolis a more sustainable or ecologically maintained city will be possible if more conscious decisions are made based on our waste disposal. Such decisions will ensure a safe environment, ultimately resulting in a healthier world. People do not understand the issues associated with soil contamination and illegal dumping. Soil pollution limits the usefulness of the land and can render the soil hazardous to life. These threats are already present in today's world, and effects can be seen through global warming, carcinogens, poisonings, erosion, and much more. Did you know that direct exposure to soil contamination could be the cause of your headache and nausea? Direct or indirect contact with soil contaminants could also cause chest pains, lung and eye irritations, fatigue, and, more obviously, skin rashes. More serious issues include, but are not limited to, cancer, kidney and liver damage, and could lead to nervous system damage, all due to chemicals such as mercury, lead, gasoline, and etc. leaking. An impact from soil contamination and illegal dumping is the erosion or process of gradual destruction of the earth. Erosion of the soil is dangerous due to the principle of environmental unity. Environmental unity describes how one action causes a chain of actions. For example, soil contamination from illegal dumping diminishes life of vegetation, which in return leads to erosion of the topsoil, which leads to flooding in that area. If the flooding is severe enough, the loss of life, there are people in your community taking strides to remediate and prevent such threats. Take KIB, for example. One day a month, for a majority of the months, KIB plans a city-wide cleanup day. Volunteers from different parts of the city come together to help take action in maintaining the cleanliness and general health of our environment by picking up garbage. I was recently able to participate in one of these cleanup days. This month, volunteers met at the Tuxedo Park Church and were divided into 3 teams. Each team consisted of roughly 10 to 15 members and was led by an employee of KIB. KIB provided all the essentials for the day, including gloves, rakes, shovels, trash bags, and even water. We spent roughly 3 hours walking up and down the streets, picking up garbage, marking abandoned houses, and discussing with the public what it was we were doing. As we gathered the trash in piles, garbage trucks would follow behind us to collect the trash so that it was disposed of properly. By the end of the 3 hours, we were all exhausted, but we also carried a sense of pride knowing we made a difference in our community. Although gathering garbage to be disposed of properly may be the most evident way of impacting the community, there are several other ways to fighting soil contamination. Restoring the environment, avoiding overcropping, reducing our waste footprint, and composting are just a few of the ways that will be discussed briefly in this video. These ways of fighting soil contamination sound intimidating, but that doesn't mean they have to be. Restoring the environment could be as easy as picking up trash, or you could even start by planting a tree or a garden. Vegetation uses its roots to hold the soil in place, which prevents flooding. Plants also convert carbon dioxide into oxygen, which filters the air and is essential for life. Avoiding overcropping is more addressed towards farmers. By maintaining strict agricultural laws, we will maintain our environment. Reducing our waste footprint is just a fancy way of saying waste by recycling or composting creates less trash to be stored in landfills. Reusing or repurposing items before throwing them out will assist as well. Shopping for recycled or biodegradable products is one way of shopping green or being a sustainable shopper. Having separate bins for trash and recycling will also lead to a safer environment. Compost is the composition of decaying organic substances that can be used to fertilize soil if it is performed correctly. However, most citizens are unaware of how composting. We throw biodegradable waste such as leftovers or spoiled food into the trash, it ends up in landfills and becomes a toxic waste referred to
leachate.
Unfortunately, because people know food waste is biodegradable, we often find leftover McDonald's laying alongside the road. What people don't realize is that food waste is the largest solid waste in the US and it can easily be avoided. Green with Indy is a composting company that will collect your compost similarly to ways other companies collect your trash and recyclables. Green with Indy ensures that the nutrients are properly restored back into the environment. If we as a community work together to make more conscious decisions on how to dispose of our waste, then the Indianapolis area will be a more sustainable city, ultimately resulting in a safer environment and a healthier general public. The fight against soil contamination will come to an end if we restore our environment, reduce our waste footprint, and dispose of our compost properly. If we follow these steps, our actions will have a more positive chain of reactions. We could contribute to the fight against global warming, cancer, poisoning, and see our soil support life in areas where they might not currently.